Hey guys, Mayor Hanger, welcome back to another X and Y battle. Today I have another person that I randomly battled online. Someone I challenged actually because it said battle me on his thing. I'm like, you know, why not? And he accepted. So yeah, when I looked at his team, I was scared. I mean, look at that thing. He's freaking Tyranitar, Azumarill. Those two really stand, especially the Azumarill. I mean, the Klefki is kind of annoying, and the Cloyster, because of the shell smash, oh my god, I was getting really nervous. But I have a pretty strong team too. I mean, the Blaziken, I have the Greninja, I have the Garchomp, and I also have the Skarmory, so pretty good team. Both of us have good, solid teams with good Pokemon, but let's begin. Okay, so, as you saw, I led off with my Blaziken, assuming he'd lead off with his Klefki, but he actually led off with Tyranitar, which kind of surprised me. But, yeah. So, I'm going to straight off Mega Evolve, because it's obvious this is my Mega Evolution. I don't have any other things that could Mega Evolve. And he withdraws, obviously, scared of the Brick Break. And he goes on to his Azumarill. So, yeah, then I Mega Evolve, as I said, and I went for the Brick Break. Really quite obvious what I would do. I mean, yeah. And I know for a living fact that I cannot take an Aqua Jet from this thing because Azumarill is powerful as poop. As in, this extremely powerful. That was a horrible metaphor. So I am going to switch out into... I actually haven't watched this video, so I'm doing this from memory a little bit more. I got into my Skarmory to take the physical move, or the Aqua Jet. And look, that does quite a lot, actually. I mean, for Skarmory, but, you know, it's a Azumarill too, so what do you expect? So yeah, he switches out, because he probably doesn't want to take a Steel Wing or anything, can't do too much to me. He goes out into a Tyranitar again, and I went for the Steel Wing as he predicted. Now, that does still super effective, and it does a decent amount, but, you know, nothing special. So, he's probably going to go for, like, the Rock Slide, I assume. Yeah, well, he Mega Evolved. My bad. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But I had no clue exactly what he was going to go for. So, I just ended up staying in. And he has the Fire Fang, which is not good for me. But I live it just fine. But I get burned, wouldn't you know. And I used the Roost, actually, because, you know, I wasn't sure what he was going to go for. And I figured I might as well just get that regen up. So, yeah. So I get my leftovers, too, and I'm pretty good, except the burn's going to bring me down a little. But I'm at pretty good HP at this point. But I don't want to take another fire... Oh, no, my bad. He's probably kind of nervous because that didn't do too much. So he's going to switch out into his Klefki, knowing I can't do crap to that thing. And he avoided it, which didn't really matter at all. But I'm like, wait, this thing can't do crap to me most likely either, so what does that mean? We're going to stall for the next 10 minutes. No, okay. So he's going to go for the Reflect, and I'm like, ugh. Now my attacks are going to literally do like 1 HP to this frigging thing. And I just go for a Spikes, get some Spikes up, that's usually pretty helpful. So, yeah, get the leftovers. And take the burn damage, blah, 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 you know. He goes for a Foul Play just to get a little damage on me. It's not going to do that much, though, because I am a Skarmory. I go for another layer of Spikes, just because Spikes are helpful, as I said. Then I get that leftovers back. And, yeah. And take the burn damage, same as always. Now he goes for another Foul Play. Is it going to do much? And I don't want to lose Skarmory, even though it's not that helpful at this point. But I go for another Roost, so... Yeah, I'm nearly full again. So, yeah, this is quite interesting, as I can show from this. So I'm hurt by my burn, and he goes for a Foul Play. Again. Which doesn't do much to me. I go for another Roost just to get back more closer to full, because I don't want to lose Skarmory, as I said. It can be helpful. Okay, take my burn damage. He's going to go for another foul play. This basically just keeps going on for a little, but, you know, might as well show you the entire battle. Go for another layer of spikes, get some more up on there, 'cause, you know, they're helpful. Yeah. Okay, get my leftovers. Take my burn damage. He's going to go for another foul play. Yeah, it's not going to do much. Well, he gets a crit, but it still doesn't do much. I go for an aerial ace just to see how much it does. And as you can see, that did shit. So, yay! So I restore my using the leftovers, take my burn damage. And yeah. He goes for another foul play. I don't want to lose my Skarmory, so I go for a Roost. This is total freaking deja vu, I'm just saying. Get my HP back. Get the leftovers, get burned, blah, 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 blah. You know how this goes at this point. This is just the standoff of the century. Don't put a Skarmory versus a Klefki, guys. Finally, I decided to switch out because I know this is going nowhere fast. And go into my Garchomp, because foul play is not going to do too much to me. And he sets up another Reflect, but it fails. And then the Reflect wears off, so I don't know if he just messed up or something, but yeah. So, he gets a Reflect up. And I go for a Brick Break, which will break the Reflect and do a decent amount of damage to him. Not really that much, actually, but whatever. Then he withdraws him, and this is where the battle gets this is where the battle picks up. He goes into his Azumarill, and I went for Earthquake, because I figured that'd do more to the Klefki. So this kills the thing, luckily, with a critical hit. I probably would have killed it anyway, but you never know. So then he goes into his Breaking Bad, his Cloyster. I never would have expected it to be this good. So I get hit with a Brick Break, and it takes it pretty well. And then he goes for the Shell Smash. This is where the battle picks up. Really, I've said that a couple times now, but his defenses fall like you wish, and then his attack raises sharply, his special attack raises sharply, and his speed raises sharply. And he uses White Herb to get the defense back to normal. Now he can just go for an Icicle Spear because he's outspeeding me at this point, and just freaking one-shot me with the Icicle Spear, which is kind of suspect. And it's gonna hit 5 times because of its ability, which makes everything like that hit 5 times. So now I go into my Blaziken, not too worried about this, and I just go for a Protect to get the speed boost. I assumed at this point I'd be faster, you know, because I don't know, Cloyster isn't that fast as Pokemon, and Blaziken's pretty fast, plus with the 1.5 boost, that it'd be faster. Wrong! It just goes for a Rock Blast and utterly annihilates my Blaziken. I'm like, oh crap, that was my like best bet for taking this thing out, and now it's dead. So what can I do to take this thing out, you may be wondering. Let's see. So I go into my Greninja, hoping to God I can outspeed, but knowing I most likely wouldn't, and I couldn't, and he just goes for the Rock Blast and utterly annihilates him. So yeah, that's like, what, 3 Pokemon this thing is viciously murdered? It's not a good sign. God, this is why Cloyster is so overpowered. This is why. Now I go into my Skarmory, hoping it could take an Icicle Spear or a Rock Blast, whatever he decides to use. But even if I can, I can't do that much damage to this thing because Cloyster is a physical wall and I'm burned. But it doesn't matter, he still kills me, so. Yeah, even a Skarmory can't take this thing. And I go out of my Lapras, hoping I could take a Rock Blast. Just hoping to God. My tanks are getting swept by this freaking thing. But he gets a crit on the first turn. Lovely! It doesn't really matter, though, because he kills me in 3 turns anyway. Yeah. And then I go into my Flygon, hoping I can take an Icicle Spear, even though I know for a fact I can't. Why did I even say that? It's just one shot. And I'm out of Pokemon now. That is the sheer power of Cloyster. Believe it or not, Cloyster, I feel, is one of the biggest threats in this generation, almost, because of the flippin' Shell Smash and all that stuff, but I guess it's had that combination for probably a couple of gens now, maybe if I'm not mistaken, but Yeah, that thing's good, so watch out for Cloyster. They're good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this X and Y battle. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another X and Y battle. Goodbye.